What's up, guys? It's Priest, this is Marvel, and this video is made to help you land Plink Magnetic Blast more consistently and help you understand the do's and don'ts. So here we go. What you want to do for starters is just make sure you have Magnetic Blast down packed. You want to make sure that you get this consistently every time. The input is a little bit strange as it is up to forward quarter circle motion, and that catches a lot of people off guard, so make sure you have those down. So step number one is I like to step number one to landing the magnetic plink is I like to approach the first input, which is the jump into motion, just as a full half circle starting from back to forward. So yeah, that's just an easy way for me to approach it. And yeah, so the second part is Plink light. So what you want to do, I know that this sounds very simple and all you have to do is press Plink light and anybody can Plink, you know, but landing the timing of the Plink, how tight, how loose it is, there's definitely some nuance to it, and I'll go into more detail later. Number three is putting it all together and making sure that you have the right timing. I'll also go into that a little bit later. I'll go into player beware. The number one thing that I see a lot of people do is like they they'll Plink Magnetic Blast a little bit too fast, and you'll get like a situation where you see the flash of the magnetic blast, but then it gives you a dash, and what's happening is the game is trying to decide whether or not it's going to give you the dash or the Plink Magnetic Blast based off of your Plink. If your Plink is too tight, it means that it's going to treat it as a 3-button dash because of the input buffer, and if your Plink is too loose, it just won't give you anything. So I'll try to recreate what I mean here. And so right there you just saw Magneto flashed purple for 1 second, about half a second, and then he just went into a dash. In that scenario, I'm plinking too fast, and what you want to do is you want to make sure that your plinks are a little more loose. It doesn't have to be completely tight, but yeah, you'd be surprised the buffer is a lot more lenient with that. What else? Another thing is so another thing you might see when you mess up is that you might just get dash L, and there are two reasons for that. One of the reasons, the simple reason, is that it could mean that your input is not clean. And like if you don't really stress out that quarter circle forward, you just won't get the Plink blast, and you just get dash light. It's pretty hard to recreate for me because I'm so used to it, but yeah. Another one is that the timing between your input, between your motion on your stick and the buttons that you're pressing are just not correct. It is about, I like to treat it as one motion, one current, and that is what I mean by that is that by the time you're finished with the input on your stick, you're starting to press the buttons, and you go for that Plink. Another reason why you might get dash light is that your Plink is too loose. You do everything perfectly, but your Plink L button is too loose and it's too late, so it just gives you dash light. Yeah, those are player beware, and yeah, those might be reasons why you're not getting the perfect Plink Magnetic Blast. A lot of scenarios you want to use this in is like maybe going in safely with Magnetic Blast. Magnetic Blast is amazing at approaching. You can also do it from a super jump height. You see a lot of people like Mundank, who's playing Magneto Anchor, playing solo Magneto, using this to go in a lot. It's very safe if the Magnetic Blast hits. You might want to be afraid of going above them, as that's a bad scenario for you. So let's see. A good way of practicing this is you just jump Magnetic Blast. You see a lot of players like F-Champ and people practicing the Magnetic Blast like this. Just jump into Magnetic Blast, Plink Magnetic Blast motion, and this is how you practice it. Every time you land a successful Magnetic Blast Plink, you'll see the flash of purple, and you can just go in. This is good for practice, but I don't recommend practicing this too much, as you might get used to just spamming this, and it's not the most realistic thing to use since you don't get an actual Plink out. It's just for practice. I suggest practicing the super jump and the regular jump and the forward super jump. Those three are really good for practicing because you will use them in the real life scenarios. And yeah. Well, I hope this video helped you guys out. Those are my tips for making plinks a lot more understanding how to land one, and understanding what might go wrong and how to fix that. If you guys are new to the game, or even medium to advanced level, I hope that you're happy with this video. I hope that you might have learned something with this video, and I hope that I didn't upset you by saying something off or wrong. Yeah. Let's see. If you guys have any comments, please let me know, mostly on Twitter. But if you guys want to be super homies and you guys agree with this video and want to be super homies, give me a like, a subscribe, and maybe even a retweet on Twitter on my original post. So yeah, you guys have a great day, and once again, as always, keep the Marvel alive. Bye guys.